Good evening, everyone. I'm Leah Cooper with your JCN News for this Friday, September 4th. A heads of agreement signed between the government of the Bahamas and Eleuthera Properties Limited for a $100 million investment for the development of Jacks Bay Resort in South Eleuthera. Chairman of Sunshine Holdings Limited, Sir Franklin Wilson, spoke during the signing held at Cabinet Office this morning. Jacks Bay is located south of South Eleuthera and spans an area of about 1,200 acres on the Atlantic side of the island. Sir Franklin gave a brief overview of what the project is aiming for.
The business model is that of a private members club and residential community. It is being positioned to rank among the finest such communities anywhere in the world.
Sir Franklin contends that Jacks Bay has both the distinctiveness and authenticity to be ranked among the finest private members clubs in the world. Also present at the signing was Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, who says the project was a long time in the making.
Jacks Bay take advantage of the stellar and spectacular beauty of Eleuthera and will offer an iconic Bahamian experience from everything from its architecture and design to culinary experiences. With the Jacks Bay project, the Disney project, and other developments on the horizon, Eleuthera, including South Eleuthera, is about to go through an economic renaissance.
Over $100 million has been invested into the property so far. Dr. Minnis noted that 100 employees were retained during the lockdown period, and the number of employed will increase when the project opens up for further construction. And Bahamas Air Chairman Tommy Turnquest says Bahamians will have an opportunity to invest in that project in South Eleuthera. Now, while there's an opportunity, Mr. Turnquest says that's at a certain cost.
There are opportunities for Bahamians to invest, both through a preference share offering that we have in terms of an investment summary. We haven't circulated it widely because it's a private placement and we have selected them, but those that can write six-figure money could give me a call and we can have a chat.
Mr. Turnquest says they would like people with $100,000 or more to have an opportunity to invest in the project.
We have a vision and a plan, a strategic plan, where we plan to list on the BISX within 2 to 3 years. Our goal really is 2023-24. And those who would invest in the preference share offering today will have a conversion right into the share offering when we offer it. So those that are interested, I think my number's easily found. Please give me a call. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Franklin Wilson, chairman of Sunshine Holdings Limited, says that this project was made for Bahamians and is committed to Bahamianization. 49 new cases of COVID-19 in the Bahamas. The Ministry of Health confirming as much last night in its latest update. Health officials also say that 3 Grand Bahamians have died from COVID-19. These deaths, which pushed the COVID-19 death toll to 50, include a 66-year-old female who died on August 21st, a 62-year-old male who died on August 25th, and an 81-year-old male who also died that same day. Health officials say an additional death is under investigation, and now that category of investigation stands at 13. As for those 49 new cases, 28 are here in New Providence, 13 in Grand Bahama, and 8 in Abaco. These cases push the total in the country to 2,386. New Providence has recorded to date 1,504 confirmed cases, while Grand Bahama has recorded 570. 79 confirmed cases in Abaco, 54 in Bimini, 20 in Exuma, 15 in the Berry Islands, 11 confirmed cases in Inagua, 8 in Cat Island, 7 in Eleuthera and Acklands, 3 in Long Island, 2 in Andros, Crooked Island, and Mayaguana. Health officials still looking to identify the locations of 102 confirmed cases. There are 1,423 active cases, 77 of which are hospitalized. There are 893 recovered cases, and 12,117 tests have been completed to date. Police Commissioner Paul Roll revealing that police have arrested nearly 40 people at local bars, and he's sending a stern warning to people still breaching the COVID-19 emergency powers orders and having social gatherings. He wants members of the public to abide by the rules because if officers find them in breach, they will take decisive actions in dealing with them.
Over the last few days, we had to deal with quite a few of persons who took liberties to have parties. And I want to repeat, we don't want to be arresting people, but they need to understand that the law is the law. And we encourage them to abide, and hopefully we soon get out of this pandemic and be able to enjoy themselves with the various parties. But wherever we find these breaches, we are going to be taking action and decisive action with them.
Social gatherings of more than 20 people are prohibited on most islands. Such gatherings are completely banned here in the capital, Paradise Island, Grand Bahama, and all other islands in the second schedule of the latest emergency powers order. Now, over the last several weeks, the force has been impacted by COVID-19, with scores of officers either being infected or placed in quarantine. Asked if the daily operations of the force have been impacted, the commissioner says this.
It's not impacting us. I told you some time ago we've had numbers of officers out in quarantine, and the bulk of those officers are back to work. And so we continue to press on. We have to press on, and we are doing as much as we can to keep our officers safe. And but we have to continue to interact with members of the public. So it's not an issue from that standpoint.
Overall, the commissioner is pleased and thankful for the assistance from the public, who he notes has contacted the police about social gatherings. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.